Guys, welcome back to the channel. S here from s&a'sorgnitecreations. In front of you here, we're just going to be showing you this here mainly. Give it a little test, show you what it can do. Yeah, certain measurements. Okay, so right now we've got the frequency generator. It's just on 1 hertz at the top there, 35% duty cycle. Okay, it is on, and you get to see this here ticking away. So 1 hertz, that's 1 pulse per second. All right, so what this is a Gauss meter. So we'll get to see, you'll see it pulse. It normally goes, you see it pulse every second. There's 31 Gauss. We can get 34, a little over 34 Gauss with this. And also I want to show you, see it pulse north and south, north, south, north, south, north. It pulses. It actually constantly is changing to north to south, north to south, north to south. And also ultimately when the frequencies get faster, that there happens a lot faster. Okay, so you get both north and south pole, but primarily it is the north pole, as you can see. So I've just turned that up to 4 hertz. Okay, so you get to see it's primarily north, but it's flickering, it's all over the place. Okay, when we go, if we go, hang on a sec, you see that ball's dancing by itself there? That's just on the outside of it, so I'll show you that in a sec. If we I push the hold button, whoop. No, so now it'll get the strongest, if you just sort of, the strongest section of it comes out the tip here, out the center, the strongest Gauss measurement. Maybe if you try 3. Alright, it just depends. But I've had it up to 34, just over 34, maybe 34.5 or something like that. There's 33.7, so, you know, this is in Gauss. But there's enough of that. But when we go, now you watch this tri-field meter, see how it's trying to keep up with that, how it's pinging, bing, 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 bing. So I'm just going to cycle up in the frequencies, 10 hertz now, 11, 12, 13. Right. Just went up to 50 hertz, but if we go, I love 432 hertz, right? The further you go up in frequencies, 432, Mother Nature's harmonic tone. Now the Gauss measurement severely changes, but, sorry for the finger in front of the phone, but the range is greatly increased, okay? It's still maxed out, you know? And this here will have, it's still maxed out. This here will have a field, say in 432 or 512 or, you know, 1212, you know, 1212 hertz. Just whatever hertz you choose, whatever frequency. The range, say from 432, for example, and up, the range can be, you know, at least a 12-foot diameter field. Okay, coming out of this, you get to see this thing, see how it's maxed out? Alright, so, but yeah, you can measure it with this, that's what this is here for. Alright, so you can measure that, it's on magnetic, it's obviously maxed out. Now, for the Gauss, if we null that, we pretty much don't have to hold it anymore, because this thing is going so fast, 432 hertz, 432 pulses per second. This thing obviously can't keep up with that, so it just gives you like a solid reading. All right. Sorry, I'll give you a bit of view. So right in the center, you've got 10 Gauss. You get a bit further to these wires here, the outside. Sometimes it's a little bit higher, but ultimately, yeah, the middle there's. So it can be 10, 11 Gauss sort of thing, okay? There you go, 11.9, wherever that was. There was 12 there. So this is plenty enough Gauss as well, by the way, to give you a very beneficial therapeutic session for what you're trying to do. So right now, this whole room, this is like a little room where I pack orders, and it's kind of a bit messy, but, you know, it's a working study, whatever you'd want to call it, area, little workroom. But this thing here is filling up the whole room with 432 hertz. You're basking in this here field, and it is strong enough to full penetrate your body. Obviously, this field goes straight through your body, and it does energize your cells, brings up your cellular voltage, and all the rest of it, the PEMF does do. and allows better nutrients in and out the body, out of the cell, sorry. And it's better for, like, you know, hydration and stuff like that. All right, you can treat your water with it. You can do so much stuff. All right, so I'm just going to put that down. All right, now this is running right now. The power supply down there, that red light. This is running the power supply for this. It's 12 volt, 3 amp. By the way, this is already sold. So I thought I'd take the opportunity before I send it away, just to show you guys a little bit additional info about it, what we can do here. Typically, this is about the size we normally do with the plug in there. These are passive devices available on our shop, along with these here. These are new. These are our red pocket pieces, if you will. All right, so just showing you. They're our red mixture. All right, if you can see that, got a little bit wet hands sort of thing, slippery hands, whatever. All right, it's a little bit hard, there's lighting in here, but this is like a red, it's an earthy red mixture, okay? It's got all the essentials in it, it's got all your chakra blend crystals in it, what we normally would do. Now, that same red, this is so hefty, that same, you can see this here is polished though, see? So this is exactly the same mixture that's in this, the side and the base of this, okay? So this is it's a very strong Orgonite piece, this big large charge plate. Whoever bought this, I know who it is. Thank you for your order. You've purchased a lot from us, and thank you. So yeah, let's see maybe what this magnetic ball would do. Now, with this here, 432 Hz, is that fast? It won't actually, it won't dance or anything crazy like that. It'll just want to stick, all right, stick to the plate. Okay. Now, but if we change the frequency, we'll get to see where we'll get it down. It likes about 40 is pretty good for this. The stronger the plate, the higher the hertz you'd want. I haven't really explained that properly, sorry guys, but let's see if I can get it to do. Sometimes it just goes like round and round and round, flat out. Sometimes it'll go counterclockwise, sometimes it'll go clockwise. I had it before going just full on, like crazy fast. Maybe it was on a different frequency as well. So if you get it right, it just wants to spin, 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 spin. All right. So different frequencies will do different things. 45. This will probably keep dancing up until like 100 hertz sort of thing. Whoa, did you see that? Anyway, let's put it back down. It was up a bit higher than that. Alright, so if we go down, 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 right, 20 hertz, doesn't like to do too much. But you know it's working, I think, because the Gauss is much stronger. But if we lift it up, then you get to see it dance. Okay, there you go. Like I said, sometimes it goes counterclockwise, sometimes it goes clockwise. I mean, this is a Jamie Buturff's interference coil pattern. It's hard to see because it's red, but there is one winding that's going clockwise and one's going counterclockwise. All right, proper Rodin coil. All right, it's just a good piece of gear, guys, eh? Alright, so if you're going to test this, person who got it, 40 hertz seems to be really nice to play with, okay? See if you can get some circles going on. Depending. So let it dance to its crazy thing. Alright, what else is there? I could show you a couple of other units in a sec. Okay, got some 3 additional ones just to show you, different coil designs. This is our Vortex Rodin coil. So if you go ahead and on the shop, the custom listing, you get to pick a normal Rodin coil, just like this, just a normal one. Or this is a Rodin with a Vortex coil around it as well, all right? Now, so you get to pick this one or this one. Now this is different. I don't believe we have a listing for this yet. this is the interference coil. This is exactly the same as this. You can see this here better with the two windings because it's two different colors. This is exactly the same, it's just red with red, so it's harder to see. But this is how we've done it, okay? So it is an interference coil. You get to see the blue is going clockwise, and the purple that is called amethyst is going counterclockwise, okay? So a double Rodin coil, if you will, double Rodin coil. I'll show the Gauss measurements quickly, and this one here is still, it's not your typical like a Rodin coil like this. It's still the Rodin coil weave pattern, how it passes through the center doing the infinity. It's just more opened up. All right, so I guess technically it's still a Rodin coil. All right, so different, and it is an interference Rodin coil as well. You get to see that crisscross one's going clockwise, the black, and counterclockwise on the red. All right, we're not offering these here. This is just a prototype. None of these are sanded or polished, so if they look a bit rough, they're just out the mold. Okay, they need a little bit of TLC, and they'll be good. So I'll show you the measurements of something like this. Okay. Now, starting with the vortex Rodin. So we'll nail this. This as well, by the way, is not running off the power supply for this. These cannot handle that power. They cannot have 12 volts, 3 amps. All this is running off of a 5 volt, 1 amp power bank. It'll get the same results, give or take, by plugging it into your laptop. Any other power bank, normally they're 5 volts, 1 to 2 amps. Normally they're just 1 amp. You can plug this into your car USB thing or whatever takes USB, you can plug this into. So okay, so 5 volts, 1 amps is this. All right, the big one that's already sold that had 12 volts, 3 amps. FYI. Okay, let's test. If I can grab this. All right, so just checking in the center. All this is wired up. You're getting. So this is in Gauss. Not milligauss, not in Teslas. Before I had it up to 18, there you go. 18.5, just depends on where you hit this. And the highest strength is generally in the middle or around the middle there somewhere. All right, 18.5 Gauss. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, so unplug that one, and then we're going to test the interference coil. Okay, so this is already set on hold, so it's holding the last result here from this one. So now we'll go ahead and test. And you see that jump right up, okay? So now we're sitting in the ballpark of being the same, give or take, although it's a smaller coil, it's the same pretty much as this. But this does have more throw, bigger field radius versus this, okay? So even though it's the same Gauss, it doesn't have the same field as this. This is bigger, this is more. Smaller, less, but extremely powerful. 32 Gauss, okay? Might even get a little bit more depending if you play with this enough, but just say 32 Gauss, 32.5, okay? So now we'll try this open coil, open vortex, okay? This one here. Okay, so what you'll notice, well, this is plugged in now, you can see that. But what I'll have to do, because this one here was 32 Gauss, this one that's plugged in now is not as strong, so I'll have to change that, bring that back down to 0. All right, now we test. So now this is expected for this type of coil, which is absolutely fine. You might get it, I think I've had it up to 16, there you go. All right, so not as high. So what was that, 18 or 19 or something like that? 16 for that, 18, 19. It is a combination coil. Both of these are powered, the Rodin and the vortex going around. All right, so there's that. This is just two Rodins wired up together. This is interference. Normal Rodin, but a vortex coil is different, okay? So two different coils, two of the same coils, two of the same coils. All right, so different strengths, whatever. But this one might be in more upcoming videos about this. The range is completely different to how this one performs, and I'll get into that in another video further along the line. So this here will just wrap up this video. It was mainly about this here, saying that this is sold. You get to see the size of it. It's about as big as my big as my hand around. I think it's like 18, 19 centimeters diameter, something like that. All right, that's about nearly 5 centimeters thick, so about yay, something like that. All right, still got this one here powered. So yes, 16 Gauss. You get to see this tri-field. It's measuring. This is maxed out. Okay, so it does, although it's smaller, it does throw out a really good magnetic field. Okay, big distance. All right. That is it. So these here are available on Etsy. Passive devices. Go ahead and check them out. If you want a quick look, you certainly can. All right, very good coil. Star of David coil. So it's a vortex coil only, and it is the Star of David coil. All right. Fairly thick, fairly generous. A typical good mix. All right. These are available now. Instead of our black, don't mind the mess over there. Instead of our black, this is our red edition. All right. Super strong Orgonite. These here are kind of available. Maybe not this one. I've got to do testing with this one still. But yeah, these here are available if you want these ones. Hit us up. They're not listing yet. And I will stop blabbering. All right, really good technology. I have this one primarily sometimes under my bed. Not primarily, but sometimes under my bed. Giving me 432 hertz while I sleep. This here, if the field is big enough to go through, penetrate through the mattress and into us, me and my partner, while we sleep. All right. Wake up feeling energized, I guess. All right, guys, that is it. Stay tuned for more videos. As always, thanks for watching.